So the recent news, just at a quick review, we've had mob rule and riots from the Roma community in Leeds. Bangladeshi riots with machetes in Whitechapel. A British soldier attempted murder, stabbed multiple times in Kent. Two men assaulted firearms officers at Manchester Airport. We've had little children brutally murdered in Southport. And we've had two gay men murdered, their bodies chopped up and stuffed into suitcases. Can anyone see the link between all of these events? And these are just recent, in the last couple of weeks events. This is not stretching the imagination. The link between them is the reason why they're happening. And that reason is simply the failure of multiculturalism. In fact, even the experts are beginning to acknowledge that multicultural societies cannot work. And they're even changing the names of this experiment now away from multicultural to culturally diverse, to try and soften the sound of it. But in any society, in order for it to be cohesive and work properly and be a community of people who care for each other and have each other's backs, a community of people must have united goals. They must have united set of standards. They must all be on the same page, basically. You cannot have a book written in multiple languages and expect one person to read every page. Nobody's going to be able to do that. You're going to stick to reading the pages in your language. And that's what's going on here in Britain. We have got a community which is a book in multiple languages, and each group of people are only reading the pages in their own language. This can't go on. It can't work. It's going to destroy us. We are going to destroy each other. It's ridiculous that our politicians and our leaders expect us to put up with this. We must unite. We must show our leaders that we are not going to tolerate this. Not now, not ever. We want a cohesive, happy, unified British community. That's all we want. The community that we used to have. And yes, we've always had members of other faiths. We've always had people from overseas living amongst us, and we've always rubbed along just fine. But now, unfortunately, we have found ourselves with leaders, in inverted commas, rulers, in fact, rulers who are insisting that we become like the visitors. And that's simply not going to happen. We want our community back. We want our country back. We want our happiness back and our day-to-day safety. If that is too much to ask of a government, then the government must stand aside.